Off at Anaheim. Our final competitor with a chance to make the pull-off is Bob Borba, the one and only. The Anaheim crowd ready to go. Several of you can see sticking those earplugs in and getting ready because they know Bob Borba is really going to turn the noise level up here in Anaheim right now. He's hand grenaded the whole thing. And there's a fire on the engine as well. Bob Borba absolutely explodes the engine of the one and only. The fire extinguishers are there. They're going to get it calmed down. Indeed. Who brought the marshmallows? The fire's still blazing. And, of course, that is kind of scary when you see those alcohol fires. You don't get a real big flame, but nonetheless it's burning, and they get her put out. What a bad break for Bob Borba. An expensive pull here in Anaheim as he absolutely hand grenades the engine, and this one goes to the scrap heap. Once again on the replay, you can see at the end of the run, the smoke started billowing out. Bob knew he was in trouble at this point. He tries to get every inch he can, and poof, there you saw it. The engine explodes, and Borba can only go 173 feet 8 inches. You see the 5 in the pull-off. Power Play, Challenger, Kodiak, In-Laws and Outlaws, Temporary Insanity, and Magnum Jr. Rice Burner finishes 6th. The Toyota is 6th. Then it's Mad Dog's Revenge 7th, followed by Golden Thunder, Miller High Life, Desperado, Aftershock, and unfortunately the one and only exploding the engine finishes last.
Okay, Klaus.
No more California dreaming for the best of the super modified two-wheel drive truck pullers, because it is now reality time. One of them is going to be the champ at Anaheim Stadium. It'll either be the Magnum Jr. Ford of Butch Schultz, the Temporary Insanity of John Shipman, Dan Walsh's Irish Challenger, Jim Brockman's In-Laws and Outlaws Chevy C-Cab, or the Power Play machine of Dennis Marson. We are ready for the pull-off, and it is indeed Power Play that will first get the green flag on the track. Everybody starts from scratch. You see Dennis Marson putting his hands in the air. That's to show the officials they can hook him to the sled, and he is off of the throttle. Now he's ready to go. This is Power Play, and nobody has a distance. The 5 in the pull-off start from scratch. This determines the champ. Here we go. Outstanding pull. Looked great. Dennis Marson in Power Play came down the track beautifully. Remember, the sled is much heavier now than when they pulled earlier, and he got it right around the 200-foot mark, and I'm going to tell you, that's going to be tough to beat. Dennis Marson's Power Play at 2:02.9. 202 feet, 9 inches for Power Play. Now Dan Walsh and the Irish Challenger certainly figures to be one of the toughest competitors, but he's also got a heck of a shot that he's got a best, the 2:02.9 that Dennis Marson put down just a moment ago. The Wisconsin-based Irish Challenger, the Mean Green, ready to try and take it on down. Dan Walsh gets everything set, all the gear in place, and now he'll get a green flag on the track. The track belongs to the Irish Challenger. I think he's done it. It appears he has pulled just a little past the 202.9 mark that was put down by Power Play a moment ago. You see it on the replay. A picture-perfect pull for the Irish Challenger, and there it is, 206 feet even. We have a new leader. It's Dan Walsh and the big, bad Irish Challenger Ford at 206 feet. Jim Brockman's got quite a job in front of him, and he knows it. The first 2 pulls have been outstanding here in the pull-off. But remember, Brockman has already made 2 full passes. He was the test puller, took it out of here. They heavied up the sled, threw out his first pull. He came back and did it again. Now, does Brockman on a third pull here at Anaheim, on a third hook, does he have enough to reclaim the lead? It's in-laws and outlaws. One of those pulls, not really bad overall, but it just seemed to hook up for the Chevrolet Sea-Cab. Here you see it. He never got a whole lot of speed and ends up bogging down a little short of the 200-foot mark. It's 190 feet 6 inches for Jim Brockman and in-laws and outlaws. Again, 196. He is about 16 feet short of the lead distance put down by the Irish challenger. It is once again Ford time. Here's Butch Schultz and Magnum Jr. Distance to beat, 206 feet even. Oh, my, right there. Magnum Jr. breaks on what looked to be a decent run. He had some decent momentum, but on the replay, just all of a sudden, something goes away, something snaps, and you can stick a fork in Magnum Jr. He's done for this day. It is a disappointing pull in the pull-off for Butch Schultz at 162.8, 162 feet, 8 inches. Well, Dan Walsh is on the edge of victory lane, but before he can take the final step, he's got another bullet to dodge, because here comes John Shipman and Temporary Insanity. The distance to beat, 206 feet even. Our final competitor in the pull-off at Anaheim. Slack is out, track is green, and Temporary Insanity is coming at you. Something broke on the Temporary Insanity ride. Another one goes down. Boy, you could just see, even though he's still got the helmet in front of half of his face, you could see his eyes are just saying, oh no. John Shipman's Temporary Insanity breaks big time on the track at Anaheim. The distance 159 feet, and that means Dan Walsh and the Irish challenger wins it for the Ford camp. 206 feet even. Dennis Marson's power play ends up with a strong second. Jim Brockman and the Kodiak in-laws and outlaws rounds out the top three in two-wheel drive pulling from Anaheim.